Are you as blown away as we are by how crazy this weekend was? I'm not even going to do a big intro. I'm Emma.
I'm Jam, and we are Treasure Hunt with us. And thank you so much for joining us. And we have so much to talk about. Let's get started. What we got first, Emma?
Well, let me start with a little bit of housekeeping because you know we like a tidy house.
We
If
do.
you received a code for the audiobook, reach out to me through DMs or email comments at treasurehuntwithus.com. I have posted in Discord what to do, but if you're still not in, reach out to me. I will tell you you need to contact the vendor that's working through it, and I'll give you the help email information, and so that you can get in contact with them. I don't have a way to fix it. That information came straight from Justin, but we're gonna make sure we get it solved no matter what. Don't worry, we're gonna get it done. Okay, so
Yeah,
that's my biggest thing.
we give them away. We're gonna help make sure we're gonna walk you through the whole
Right,
way until you get done. So
right, absolutely. Um, this weekend, what you gotta say?
did you have fun? I had so much fun.
I'm a little tired
It
still.
was a
I'm a little
little, my
tired. I have a
voice
voice
a
today.
little better, right?
Yeah.
It was fading a little bit, and I was like, oh man, I am so done talking after that 6 hour show we did. And then Justin signed so long, and there was an hour late, and I literally had to talk for a whole nother hour, and I kept telling everybody, you're not gonna have to hear my voice. And then that's all they heard for a whole hour. There was people in the stand. I felt bad. There's people. I'm loud, and there was people in the stands, and they're like, "You're too loud. We can't hear K-Pro and Emma." I'm like, I can't hear them either. That's why I'm talking on this. So it
Like,
was
you need to
fun.
shut up. I want to
I
listen to
felt bad.
K-Pro and Emma. I had
I felt
such a
bad.
great time. Listen, I was just talking to K-Pro a little bit ago about that, about how fun it was to just get up there and banter with her and take questions from the audience. I have to say, I have so much respect for how people were just, understanding. Justin did a tremendous job. I've never, I mean, I've been to several book signings. I've never, ever been to a book signing where somebody was so personal with each individual person. And I talked to all those people too. Maybe one off here and there. People are like, don't put me on camera. And I'm like, come on, you're part of our community. We love you. And they were like, I don't want to go on camera. But I would say there was maybe 10 people of all those people. Everybody else was good to go, or they wanted to talk or say something. And I was exhausted. I can't even fathom what it was like to expend that much energy on each individual person. What he did was very, very special.
Yeah, I mean, then he did the Q&A, and what people don't even realize, because we were done recording then. He
Yeah.
then went, and there was another huge line, and he finished signing books. It's like, does this guy ever take a break? He's so
He took
amazing.
a 15-minute break
Yeah,
in that whole. So he started at 10. He took one 15-minute break. How do I know? That's when I took a break and I threw back 3 bites of a cheeseburger and ran right back out there. It was nuts. He just kept going, and I think that's, it's like I said, it's very exceptional, but it's also it's a testament really to why he's doing this. For people who try to, when they always talk about, oh, he's just because he's going to get all his money back from selling the books. First of all, I don't think you're ever getting back $3 million at this current pace. I think the treasure will be found before then. But beyond that, it's just so obvious to me this is not about money. This is about being an adventurer who wants to share an adventure with people. And what I loved is 95% of people get that. 95% are all bought in on the reality of who Justin Posey is.
well, and here I said this all along. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I hope he makes money on this, because if he makes money on it, he might do another one, and that's what we want, right? We want more of these treasure hunts. Let's say this one does get found, and I have my reasons why I think you might want it found soon, and we'll go into that. We're going to be what? We're going to be live tomorrow and Wednesday, 2 days in a row. And we're going to be live. We're going to talk about the questions, the answers. We're going to give our opinions, our feedbacks on things.
We
And
want you to interact with us. Tell us your
that's,
feedback, your things. It's mind blowing to me what I know I heard from the front row, only to hear what people heard that they were listening at home. I'm like, wait, what? That's not what he said. So let's have an interaction respectfully with one another and a dialogue, because you never know the things somebody says that clues you to find a treasure.
yeah, that's what I was saying. So interaction back and forth, because we don't want it to just be us talking. We want to hear what you have to say too. So
Exactly. That said, speaking of things that people say, all those people who gave us super chats on the lives, oh my gosh, you know,
thank you.
we're so grateful. I mean, Bobby Huron's been taking good care of us. There's a bunch of people who've given us super chats, but you guys are so generous and we're so thankful. All of that money goes right back to doing giveaways and stuff like that, just like the t-shirt sales. All of that's coming right back. anytime we can, we're gonna do giveaways because this is treasure hunt with us. We want you to be able to hunt with us. Day packs, compasses. Oh my gosh, I gave the cutest kid a compass.
Mm.
He's like, I'm a treasure hunter, and I need to get out there and find the treasure. And I'm like, you're so adorable. I just want to take you home, but kidnapping is wrong.
It is
Uh,
pretty wrong.
it's pretty wrong, but he was so cute, a little treasure hunting kid. That would be a fun thing to have. I make it sound like a raccoon, but I'm not a raccoon person. But we know somebody who is, don't we?
We do actually. Let me just tell you, one of my most favorite people to talk to in the whole entire event was Justin's cousin Lori. You want to talk about one of the sweetest, amazing persons who's just helping throw this whole entire event, helping making this happen, and she's amazing. Okay, so she comes up, and it's apparently not just a thing with Justin and raccoons. She used to own raccoons. She used to have a couple raccoons. One of her raccoons, Ricky, would jump over the fence, go into other people's homes and stuff like that. It's amazing. They have pet raccoons. It's not just Justin. It's the whole
It's a family.
family.
It's a family affair,
Yeah, and it's
right?
just like Justin. I mean, Justin really took the time. I mean, really took the time to talk to each and every person, and everybody had had long solves, had questions and stuff like that. And I mean, some of them took a little longer than others, and they all wanted pictures. And he just, yes, please come. And Lori, just the same. This little sweetest little sweetest little thing, just out there talking to people, talking to us, and just making it all happen. So thank you so much, Lori, for making this all fun, making it exciting, and we really appreciate you.
Well, and again, that's his cousin. So it's like, come on, he's a family man. No wonder we identify with him. Everything we do is our family. I mean, you met our mom out there, sweet little Janet. You
She's
met
great.
Scott out there. Obviously, we're siblings, not married
Yeah.
to each other.
Ella May, my wife, my wonderful wife, she was modding for a little bit, but another special thanks we got to do. Hooli,
Holy.
man, we got these long, huge things. I'm talking, I can't page. I'm being distracted left and right. Hooli, boom, you get a link, you get a link, you get a link. Just
She's exceptional.
someone sent us cookies. Someone sent us cookies. I'll have to look up. It's Baker something on TikTok, and she's got a cool
It's
TikTok.
like
It's got a
bacon
bunch
seek, I think. It's bacon seek.
Bacon Seek on Twitter,
Mhm.
but she has a TikTok too, and she just has videos of all
I
these
think
things.
I have the cookies. You want me to go grab it?
Go grab the cookies really
Okay,
quick.
hold on.
She found this person. She's like, I'm on Instagram. She found it. She posted it. Oh my gosh, Hooli, you are amazing. And these cookies, they're amazing. Like, we don't even want to touch them because they're so amazing. And
Hey, I swear to God, dogs.
that's
Like,
right. We are dog friendly.
We're being kidnapped.
We're being,
It's okay.
yes. Look
Apparently,
at these
if
cookies.
I'm running, it's because I'm about to be murdered. My dog's going to protect me. Okay,
I know.
wait till you see these cookies.
Yeah, and let me just show you. That's a second edition. You see what it has the end for Netflix, which we love Netflix. Thank you so much for doing the Golden Greed. Oh my gosh! Speaking of Netflix, how it was what 40% of the people there. I mean, like 40%, maybe 30, but 40. I think it was 40. They are brand new hunters. They're not just new
We
like
always
us.
say we're freshman treasure hunters. They're even younger than us.
They literally on March 27th watched Golden Greed because they were like, I don't know what to watch. What's this documentary about? And they're like,
What treasure?
then,
I love gold. I
and I'm
love
like,
greed.
when did you find out about this treasure? And so many answers were like, all of a sudden at the very end of episode 3. And I was like, what? There's treasure hunts in America. And now they're diving in. There were so many of them.
Oh yeah.
So thank you, Netflix, for bringing all these new treasure hunters
Right.
and booming our community. That's what we're all about, right? Making this community bigger,
Absolutely.
better, more fun. That's what we're all about.
I mean, speaking of bigger, better, more fun, and thanks, I mean, I think we should probably thank the people who came and helped us set up on Saturday morning.
Oh my gosh, that was crazy. So we were supposed to have people there. We get there, and not a lot of people were able to make it for various reasons. Maybe we had a little too much fun the night before.
Might have been a couple drinks had the night before.
But the man Oz and his wife showed up nice and early. They were like the only ones there for a while, and they were just, you get
They
a
beat
chair.
me there. They beat me there
cheering.
because I went and stopped and got some stuff that we needed for the whole day. And I get there and they're already setting up. I was like, oh my gosh. And then I had to go do my side. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm leaving you here to set up. I felt so guilty.
Yeah, it was great.
bad.
It was so nice to meet them. And then other people showed up too. I don't know if they want to be talked about, but you know, it might have been like Barry and Eric. And I don't have to mention them all.
Yeah.
They all showed up. What's it called?
Well, I'm just gonna thank him anyway. Barry, thank you for buying me a drink. I was dying at first. I was
let me just
dying of thirst when we were
yeah.
climbing up on the
Barry bought
stage.
me
I
a
was like,
drink.
whew,
But let me just tell
grateful.
you at Cranny's too. Thank you, Barry, by the way, for buying me a drink, because after that, my voice was going. But at Cranny's, our mom went and waited in line, just like with everybody else. We don't take cuts. We wait in line. That's what we
Right,
do. We're not special. We're just normal people. And so she
right.
goes and waits in line. I'm dying of thirst. I'm on the mic talking for like 3 hours. Lana, 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 I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it, went and got me a drink. Thank you so much. You didn't have to do it. And actually, she asked me to sign her book. That was my very first book signing ever. That was crazy for me. So thank you so much. I really
It
appreciate
was
it, too.
really kind
And
of
Bart,
wild signing people's books. You want to know the first book I
I'm
ever
like,
signed?
hold on, I'm really thirsty. Bart was like, you get a jello shot. You get a jello shot. I got so many jello shots for Bart.
Oh my
I owe
gosh.
him.
Did
Thank
you
you so
take
much.
all those Jello shots?
I took a lot. He kept giving them to me, so I kept
Ooh.
taking them. So
I did. I took a single Jello shot. I took a single Jello shot.
they were good.
Um, oh my gosh, it's funny because you don't mean to forget the names. There was a lot of people, right? A ton of people.
Can't mention them all.
Um, and by the end of the trip, I didn't even, wasn't even sure about my own name, not any of them. And I was just like, oh my gosh, how am I gonna know who these people are? And the great thing is that people were so understanding of like, I know we know each other. I'm so sorry that your name has eluded me. I've met a few people. I mean, people keep asking me, how many people do you think it was? There were well over 1,000 people. There were well over. I mean, can I put
So
an
I was
exact
right.
number on it? No. Well
So I
over
was
a
right.
thousand. You were kind of right, but not
I
all the
said
way.
1,200. That's what I thought it was going to be.
I didn't say there was over 1,200 people. I said there was under 1,200 people. So you were not right.
I was closest.
That means K-Pro was right. Because when you went over, you
999. You're
automatically
right.
lose. I know.
Yeah,
So K-Pro was right.
999. She was right. I'll give it to her. She
We'll
got
give
it.
it to her. K-Pro gets to be right. Yeah, but there's a lot of people. Gosh, such great people. It was fantastic. And it's
Yeah.
interesting because I was sitting and talked to people, and it's like you get to know them. Like Art's birthday was yesterday. Art came all the way out from
Becky's birthday was
Philadelphia.
during our show too. So
What? Oh my
yes.
gosh.
So we had multiple birthdays out there. Art, it
They
was
were.
your birthday. I didn't even know. I got all the way home. Someone's like, it was her birthday. I'm like, oh my gosh, I was there. I didn't even wish her happy birthday. So happy birthday to Art too.
I wished her happy birthday. In fact, I had taken
Yeah.
Art's picture with her and Cynthia, and I sent that to her. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry, and also happy birthday.
Yeah. Thanks for the heads up. I would have
Listen,
I would have got her a cake.
our whole lives, I've been telling you whose birthday it is and when. The only birthday, there's like three
True.
birthdays in your life that you remember. Thankfully, one of them is mine. Because, I mean, reminding you it's my birthday would be rude.
Yeah, yours, mom's, because they're 2 days apart.
Yeah.
That might be it actually. So, okay.
LMA. You know
Ellen,
LMA.
yeah, I
There
know
you go.
that one
She seems
for
like a big deal to me.
100%.
I mean, I don't know. But yeah, so, but like, thank you. Like to all the people. Jen saved me. Like during the whole live at Crannies on Friday night, you were in one spot and I was in another. And people don't realize we were at the same bar. You were just a little ways away from me. But there was a point when it got really packed, and Jen, whose husband Dave was a Forrest Fenn treasure hunter, and she's so chill. She's like, oh no, I just hit the road with him and we go out and we hang out, and he goes and does his treasure stuff and we hang. Fantastic human. She sat right there, camped there, and like protected me from the action. So I was able to focus fully on our life. When the person started touching my hair, she's like, yeah, you're gonna need to stop doing that. And it's like I needed that. I didn't even know I needed a handler, but apparently I needed a handler. And
Duff
unfortunately,
was all
Scott.
over it. Duff was like, "You don't touch people. You don't touch people's hair." And I'm like,
Stuff is so funny.
"I
Stuff
love
is
it.
so funny.
I love it."
Yeah, it just is weird. Like who touches someone's hair? But like I'm not gonna stop what I'm doing to tell someone to stop touching me. I'm just gonna ignore them and keep going. And hopefully they realize, hey, these golden locks, they're not for you. In her defense, I did end up throwing a whole beer on her and knocking over my iPad on her and then
I
almost
call
knocking
that
her over.
karma.
So
So that's a little
yeah,
friend
why does
named
I'm
Karma.
bruised all the way all the way down the front of both of my legs from that fall, and I'm like, and everyone's like, oh my god, you're all she cared about. I'm like my iPad, not oh I'm sorry, I just threw beer all over you. All I cared about was getting back to our life, and so we put it back. I couldn't explain it because I was laughing so hard at my stupidity, and Jen was kind enough to laugh with me. But is it even really a party if you don't knock someone over?
Yeah. And let me just tell you something. It was a party, and so
It
many
was.
people came up to us, and I'm so happy. And it looked like there was a lot of people that wanted to come up and they didn't. But let me just tell you, come up to us. We're so approachable because we're
Yeah.
just like you. We're just normal people, and we love
Right.
talking treasures. I loved all the people that came up. I talked so much stuff about treasure and things like that. And
Oh yeah.
I can list names, and it will literally we'll be
It
on
would
here
go
for
on and on
hours.
and on. And
I
people have
can't
been
talk for
adding
another
us.
6 hours. So
They've been adding us on Discord. They've been adding us on Facebook, and we're in
yeah,
for it. We're
add
in for it.
us.
But the other thing you might want to consider doing, because it's great, is if you would subscribe to our channel and like and
We
comment
broke
and subscribe.
2,000.
We
That's
made over
insane. We've been only
2,000.
doing this for 5 months. Well, not even 5 months. We're 4 days away from 5 months, and we hit 2,000. That's crazy to us because we were just doing this for fun, so we can hang out with each other. And here we are,
Well,
5
Dave
months
asked
later.
me. Dave asked me. He goes, "How'd you really get to 1,000 so fast?" I'm like, "Listen, I'd love to take credit for it, but the answer is Justin Posey.
That's a huge part of
We
it.
were doing really well. We were doing really
Yeah.
well considering. I mean, we got out there heavy and hard. We've been boots on the ground a lot. We try to share as much content as possible. We try to talk to ourselves as much as possible. But the reality is, having that Justin Posey interview really
Yeah.
pushed us over the edge.
Yeah, we really
Doing
appreciate
weekends
them.
like this
Yeah.
pushes us
Yeah.
over.
JCB was so gracious to give us an interview.
Yep.
That blew up. Lou B gave us a great interview.
Oh, I love
They've
Lou B's
helped
interview.
grow us. I mean, this is, these are people from Golden Greed, from these two huge treasure hunts that gave us time. So we're lucky. We're lucky that they gave us their time. That we're just truly blessed people. Mike from Calazars and Mysterious Quest, they've
Yeah. Jenny at
promoted us.
Mysterious Writings. Jenny has just
Jenny
been
from
so
Mysterious Writing. What did I
like,
say?
and that's
Mysterious
something I
Quest.
actually want to take. If you don't mind,
Mysterious
can we
Quest.
take 2 seconds?
Ah, yes.
That's we're
Mysterious
tired.
Writings.
It's okay, but I want to take 2 seconds because somebody said something in the chat the other day. Why do you keep promoting Calazars? Let me tell you. I'm going to tell you one of the reasons we promote Calazars, and then I'm going to talk about a couple other things. We promote them because when we were new, we were a little baby freshman, whatever you want to call it, noob treasure hunters, and really our channel originally was just for Gemini. We were going to look back on this in a year of treasure hunting. We were going to laugh at ourselves. And
Yeah.
now you get to laugh at us.
Yeah.
You're so welcome. But you probably wouldn't be able to do that if we didn't have the support of Mike and K-Pro. You just wouldn't. And Jenny is fantastic. And I'm going to tell you, she's been outrageously supportive of us. Outrageously. She posts our links. She makes sure we're in the know. We don't give her enough credit. She's just so soft spoken and quiet. And so I felt so bad when somebody pointed out that all we had done was rip Calazars when I was out on the ground in the crowd. From our heart, Mysterious Writings, you are very, very helpful. And we're so grateful for all you do, not just for us, but our community. I joined the Substack and I read every one of those articles she puts up. Jenny is very thoughtful and detailed in her information, and I learn something every time I read one. They're fantastic. The number of times Scott comes running in, did you read Mysterious Writings? I'm like, dude, I'm literally on the phone working right now. And he's like, but did you read it? I'm like, I'm still on the phone. We can talk about it when I get off.
Yeah, and I hope you
good.
guys look at the descriptions of all our videos because we every time put Calazars and Mysterious Writers Discords in there because they're the two biggest ones. I mean, they're huge
Right.
and they're constantly you get the most information. But look at if there's other Discords, let us know. We'll go join you. We'll check them out. So, and we are in other Discords and stuff like that. And people ask me to post some other Discords, but it's like until we know they want to be promoted because they might just want to be exclusive. And there's a lot of them like that. Then we're not going to promote anybody. So until the owners say, yes, it's okay to promote you, we would never promote you. So,
and speaking of promotion, we handed out so much stuff this weekend.
Woo.
So much stuff. I'm so thankful, Saltface Mule, as always, for all you gave us. People loved it. The number of people who were like, that's the softest shirt I ever felt. It's no joke. I sleep in those shirts all the time. They're so comfy. They're also so cute. Great designs. The hats. I mean, Larry sent us a picture. We'll have to post that picture of Larry sent us a picture of him wearing a Saltface Mule hat. He loves it. My hope is at some point we'll be able to do some kind of event up at Saltface, maybe meet and greet up there. It'd be a good time. It's great food, great beer, great atmosphere, kid friendly, family friendly, such a great environment. But again, they didn't have to do that, but they were kind enough to be like, we support you, treasure hunters.
You know what? That's not a bad idea. We should think about that.
We should think about that.
I don't know. Maybe August, maybe September. We'll start planning something because
I mean,
they would probably help us out and we
could
can help them out. Yeah, would that something you guys want to do? Would you guys go to North Carolina to come hang out with us? And who knows who else we can get to show up? Who knows? I don't know.
Who knows?
Maybe I'll call up my buddy JCB or Justin Posey and be like, hey, you want to come hang out?
Hey, you want to come hang out in North Carolina? We have a good place for food and beer.
That's right. That's right. So
for
who knows? Maybe I'll give them a hat. They show up.
We'll get you a hat.
I'll get you free swag. So not free, we'll pay for it. So
we'll pay for it. And that's the thing. I'm always like, we support local.
Yeah.
We are a big fan. But when I went, I'm like, yeah, I got to come up. I got to grab some shirts for this event. Saltface Mule was like, no, we got you. They took care of it. They sent that to us. We didn't, like, I usually go buy those things. We didn't buy that. They took care of that. They're like, no, we want treasure hunters to know we appreciate them. And they're always welcome. So whether you're a Justin Posey, who's kind of a West Coast person, or maybe you live here local, go into Saltface Mule. If you're at JCB, there's treasure inside and you're hunting up an Appalachian Trail area, head on in. It's delicious. The brisket mac and cheese. Shut the f up. I'm just saying, shut the f up. Good.
Don't make
Okay.
me bleep you.
I didn't. I'm no
I won't
Cynthia.
bleep you. I will.
She's like,
Yeah,
don't swear if there's kids. I'm like,
I
I'll
know.
try not to.
Actually, really quick, I want to address something too, because I always see some, we get mostly really positive comments, and I couldn't even monitor the chat. A lot of people were and stuff like that, and sometimes there's some negative comments for Cynthia. And let me just tell you something. I met her for the very first time, and she is so nice. She takes her time to say hello to everybody. She talks to people. She gives them hugs. I shouldn't say that just because she doesn't want to hug everybody, but she's like the nicest
She's like,
person.
you smell. I'm not
What's it
hugging you.
called? Yeah, no, she doesn't do that. But I'm just
No,
saying is until
she's
you meet
kind.
someone, if you haven't met her, then come on, man.
Try
Is
reserving a little
be,
bit of
be
judgment. What?
respectful, and especially on
Yeah.
our channel, that's what we're all about. Positive vibes, man. We're all here for fun. That's not fun. You know what's fun? Positive comments. That's what I'm saying.
Well, and that brings us to another thing. People are talking about the list, the stars and the
Oh,
squares.
yeah, but
Okay.
why? Because our audio was freaking amazing.
Our
And
audio was amazing, but our
I want to
video.
mention something after that. But go ahead.
Okay, so important thing to know about the list. First and foremost, we never saw the questions, but guess who did? K-Pro. You know why? Because in the middle of it all, when Justin was like, "Hey, listen, I went through the treasure box and there wasn't enough questions. Can you go to your Discord and get more questions?" K-Pro's like, "I'm on it." She drives all the way home, which is about a 30-minute drive from where we were, to type up a list of questions. But then, of course, she's staying in like a rental house. She doesn't have a printer. She has to go find a place to print. But guess what? It's the weekend and everything is closed down for this event in town. She basically pays some dude to open his store to print her list. They took it to Justin's team, who made some stars on questions they thought he would like to answer. But when Justin reviewed it, he's like, "Oh, that's not enough questions." Went in and made squares around things. So when we were sitting in the audience and Lori from Justin's team said, "Hey, we need to make sure she's reading the squares, not the stars," it wasn't to exclude. It wasn't to exclude, it was to include questions. And the best part is K-Pro has a copy of the list with the stars and the squares, and she's going to release it to people.
Yeah, so if people thought, oh man, they might have some unfair advantage because
There's
we
no
had,
advantage.
well, first of all, we didn't have anything because I
Yeah.
never even saw the list and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
there's no unfair.
There's no
If you put a question on Discord, then that's no different than having that question on a piece of paper. He didn't answer
right.
either question, but they're going to
Right.
put it up. That's who K
Right.
Pro is.
That's
She's
the
going to
best
put it
part.
up. You're going to have that list. So the people that worried about that, the people that talked
Right.
about it, you're going to get. She's going to put it up for you guys, so you guys can see it. I don't think it's that big a deal. But it was
I mean, you
interesting. It was
literally
fun.
gave them the questions. If
Yeah,
you looked in Discord, that's where they were. You can see them all over the page. So,
yeah.
I
And
mean, not a
Justin
big deal,
personally
guys.
asked Cynthia, you know what I mean? Cynthia is on the Golden Green. She's big time. She's,
They've been
she
friends for
didn't go to them and
years.
say, put me on it. She actually said she didn't want to do it. She was trying to say
Mhm.
no. And Justin's like, come on, bruh.
There
That's
really
what he
was
said.
nobody
He
else who could
literally
do it
said,
like she did.
he said, bruh, come on.
Bruh.
And then she was
Come
like,
on,
what's she
bruh.
supposed to say? Bet.
Listen, you're so ridiculous. Can you actually imagine Justin going, "Bruh"? I almost want to
Bruh.
see that so I can make it a meme.
No,
Bruh. Yeah.
I will.
He'd be like, "Brother." Yeah. I mean, he's like
Brother.
all proper.
Yes,
Brother.
yes.
Come on, bruh. Or the number of times you and I answered the phone, I'm like, "Yeah, und yeah," or something like
Yeah.
that. I can't
Yeah,
imagine him doing any
yeah.
of that stuff.
Well, let
But
me ask you this. You just mentioned brother, and I now have, I wish I had Mike's soundboard, the most breaking news from this whole entire weekend. I got to meet Justin Posey's mysterious missing sister.
oh my gosh,
This
will
whole
this
time,
ever
I've
die?
been
It
doing a
won't die.
show. I thought we were related. Apparently, we're not. I've been doing this show with
You
Justin
have
Posey's
to
sister.
admit that was hilarious. So just so you know the story, guys, we had so much going on Thursday, right? And or maybe it was Friday. Friday was it Friday? Or, it was Thursday. It was Thursday.
We
So
both
much going
every
on,
day we were busy. We were boots on the ground this weekend, or at least last week too. So
right? But Thursday, Jam and I go in to Gracie's. Well, for weeks I have been communicating back and forth with Gracie ever since she kind of came back to the Dillon
Yes,
area.
Sharon from Gracie, she's amazing, by the
Sharon
way.
is
She's full of
fantastic.
energy.
And
She's
I
great.
just adore her and her daughter Susie. They were fantastic. But
Fantastic.
as we're walking up the stairs, I'm like, and she's coming down, I'm like, Sharon? And she's like, oh my gosh, Emma, you just missed your brother. And I'm like,
I'm right here.
my brother's
Here,
right
I'm right.
behind
I'm
me.
right
She's like,
behind her.
no, not that one. Justin, he was here earlier, and so was Cynthia. I'm like, wait, we're gonna need to back up. Justin is not my brother. What? And she's like, yeah, no, your brother Justin. I'm like, Justin Posey? She's like, yeah. I'm like, I'm not Justin's sister. I'm like, I'm not sure. She's like, yeah, you do a show with your brother Justin. I'm like, oh, sweetheart, no, I do my show with my brother Jam behind me. Justin's who I do my show about sometimes. Like
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not his sister. I'm so sorry. She's like, oh gosh, I've been telling people for 4 weeks you're his sister.
I love it.
Immediately shot an email to Justin. Hey, thanks so much. I'm glad you got to go into Gracie's. Sharon was so excited to see you. P.S. She's been telling people I'm your sister. Sorry about that. I did not start that rumor. He's so gracious. His response, hey, I've always wanted a sister.
He's such a good guy, right?
Such a good guy.
He could have just said no, 30 seconds. As a matter of fact, they said you need to cut this 30 seconds. And he said, these people came all the way out here. I'm gonna give them the time they need.
Well, ask yourself, what do you think the reason for that is? What do you think? Why do you think he was willing to give everybody the time they need? Because I've got an opinion. I'd like to hear yours.
My only opinion is that's what type of guy he is. He's such a good guy. He thinks I don't want to bring people out here. He never wants to shortchange anybody. You know what I mean? He wants to give more than he gets, and which is what we always try to do. We always want to give more than we get. So it's always hard for us to receive because of that. And I bet you, yeah, and that's why I bet you he does the same. So
I have my theory.
I want to hear it. Let me hear your theory.
Are you ready?
Yes. Tell me. I'm waiting.
Justin's a hunter. At the core of all of this, as much as he's a hider, Justin is a hunter, and he experienced Forest Fen. Do you know that he didn't go to the Fenburies? He didn't go to any of that. His first Fenbury experience was like the celebration of life for Forest. He didn't go to the other stuff. So when I feel like what he recognized when he went to that one is really what it means to be part of this community. And we talked about we talked a lot this weekend about the Amy Seeks videos and K-Pro Calazar's previous videos, or like different videos you saw with him with Cynthia out there. Like Justin was part of that kind of information, but the reality is he engaged with the community towards the end. And I think he recognizes, and again, supposition, he wasn't like, here's why, Emma, this is why it's happening. But I think he knows the power of community, and really that's the gift of treasure hunting, is being part of this beautiful, beautiful thing, And I think that's why he made sure everybody felt heard. And I mean, let's hope he does it again. Let's hope we do this one. When it's bound, we do another one. I mean, that's a lot to ask, right? But I mean, this has been so fun. And it's as long as we as hunters continue to make it fun for him, the hider, I think that there's a possibility that he's willing to do it. But if we hunters make this miserable for him, why would he ever do it again? Right?
Right. And I don't think we are. I think that everybody was so respectful. And I know a lot of people don't want to come out because of there could be big crowds and stuff like that. And there was probably only about 1,000 people that were searchers from out of town and stuff. And even out of town could be from Butte and Bozeman and stuff. But they were all there for that. And even at the end, they're like, we don't want to go there for 2,000 people. And there was only like 500 people there. So it was a missed opportunity to come out and see more. And I understand it, because a lot of us treasure hunters, we're a little bit more, hey, reserved. We're introverts.
Well, there was both sides of it, right? People either were overly reserved or like, wow, like over the top. I mean, there was no middle, right? It was kind of cool.
If you're reserved, like don't hesitate to come up to us. Yeah, that is true, probably.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, we're both over the top. If you're reserved, please don't hesitate to come up with us. We love talking to people, and we will. There's no reason not to and stuff. We are just normal people, and we will say hi. You can take all the pictures you want. We're just having fun with you. And
we did. We took a ton of pictures. I was really shocked people wanted a picture with me. I don't know about you. I was blown away when people wanted us to sign their book. The
I
first book I
was
ever signed was Cynthia's.
I signed shirts, and that was a lot harder than it
That
looks.
was.
Let me just tell you, they must practice. I went to sign the shirt, and the shirt's just moving all the place. I'm like, there's this technique I
You're
don't
like, I'm
have yet.
trying.
Someone's shirt's gonna have this little scribble and stuff like that because I
Right.
tried to put a little something with every one I signed. So
Well, it's funny. Somebody who bought one of the shirts we made was like, "Can you sign my shirt?" I'm like, "It's black. I don't think it's gonna work
well,
like
they
that."
do
And then
make like silver type. What's it called?
yeah, we just didn't have that with us, but
No, next
but so I
time.
signed their book instead, and then
So
but
many cool shirts though. The shirts that we signed were literally like printed shirts. And then you talked about Dave and Jen who helped us out and stuff like that at
yeah,
Crannies. They make their own shirts. They're Team Tampa.
Team
She makes her
Tampa,
own shirts. Yeah, she makes her own shirts. So it's
she's
really cool to
crazy.
see people doing that. So
Oh yeah, for sure. And then speaking of shirts, you probably have about 48 hours from now. Today is what, the 23rd. So if you get an order, if you wanted a shirt and you didn't get one, there's about 6 that I have to place an order for to have sent to people. I would say if you could order it by Wednesday at 5, the 25th, I will make sure you get a shirt that way too. Reach out to us through comments at treasurehuntwithus.com or treasurehuntwithus@gmail.com. We've been having some problems with our email. If you don't get a response from us, because I'm glad to order you a shirt. You don't, not that you have to, but for those people who were at home and they really wanted a shirt, we want to make sure you have what you're asking for. That and bookmarks, same thing for bookmarks. If you wanted a bookmark, make sure you're commenting or sending us the email, and I
limited
can mail them out.
limited supply. We only have so
Limited
many.
supply. We
So
only have so many, but limited supply. I'll make sure you get what I've got left.
yeah. And what information do they need to send us?
You need to send us you need to send us your name and your address, and then if you want an actual shirt, I'm going to need your name, your address, your size, and then we'll communicate about how to pay for the shirts. They're $25, and I'll cover the shipping. I don't care. I'll cover the shipping. I want you to
Yeah.
have what you need. You know.
Yeah, and what's it called? We'll cover the shipping, and guess what? Again, all that money right back
Goes
into the
right back into
show.
this. I mean, I'm so
Right back in
excited.
the show. Right back. People always go, "Oh my gosh, yeah, you get to 1,000 subscribers, you get to monetize." They don't pay you hardly anything. We're not making.
It's
We're
funny
not
when the
making money
first time
here.
K-Bro said, "Oh, the pennies,
Mm-hmm.
the pennies." I thought that was so funny. I'm like, "Yeah, right." But then
Yeah,
now,
no,
now
yeah,
we've been monetized for over 60 days. I'm like, "Oh, maybe it isn't as much as people make it out to be." I
yeah,
mean,
which is all right
who
because that's
cares?
not why
That's
we
not
do
why
it.
we're doing this. That's not why
And
we're
it,
doing it.
and any penny we make goes right back in the show.
We
So
usually give it away. So
yeah,
that's what we do. That said, you know what I'd also love to throw out there? If
yeah,
you are the person who got the special book with the
yes.
information on page 150, Justin's email, let us know. Send us something so we would love to talk with you. We'd love to talk with you. I'm excited. Do you think that there was something intentional about the page 150?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't looked at that because let me just tell you
Did
something.
you
I've
check your
had to
book?
watch. I have what? I did check my book. I did not have it.
Hold on, I'll
So
show you
let's
this.
go.
You should have seen me. Hold on.
Why
I'll
you
show
do
you.
that? I had to do. I watched the Golden Creek probably every episode, including episode 1. And here's the thing: after this treasure hunt, I was only watching Justin Posey scenes. Literally, I've watched Golden Creek like 3 times, and then I went just Justin scene, just Justin scene, Justin. And then what does he say? What does he say?
I'm not even in the scene.
I'm not even in the scene. Now I have to watch everybody's scene. So
Here's
although
what
I
I
will
think,
say,
though.
we're going to
I
talk
mean,
about it.
we'll talk about it tomorrow, but
We're going to talk about it tomorrow.
I'm so excited to talk about this. It's like
Me too.
the extreme opinions of Discord.
Yes,
There's some
live
there is some
Tuesday
opinion.
and 30, 6
Tuesday and Wednesday.
p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's gonna be
Pacific
so
Standard.
late for you.
It's
She's gonna
okay.
be late. She's gonna make it happen.
I will make it
We're gonna make
happen.
it happen, and we will be live because we want interaction from you guys. So it's gonna be
Yeah. Well, and I'm curious. I'm curious. I've literally gone through and I've listened to ours twice and I've watched Kate Rose twice. I want
oh
to see the
man,
faces. Oh yeah, talk about that.
yeah. So our audio came out amazing. We were so happy with the audio. We did all
Mhm.
this testing, and then we did testing on all the mics. They all sounded kind of good, and then all of a sudden they just stopped working. So we're like, move them back, move them here, move them back, move them this, and our camera then also got jacked up. Our video's horrible. They got
Right.
great video. So
Tremendous video.
yeah, and they came up with a great idea. K-Pro was like, hey, we got great video, and they do. If you haven't watched it, you want to go watch it because he has great face. You could see his face, which is huge because on ours, you can't see his face. The lights are just like, blah. horrible. So we have great audio. We are going to work. We're going to figure it out. What's it called? We haven't figured it out yet, but we're going to put his video with our video, with our audio, and we're going to put it together, and we're both going to release it. Go watch them both. So support us, support them.
Do it. Yeah, for sure. And that's the thing. We want to give you the ability to see Justin's facial features when they're asking the questions and hear, but still be able to hear the audio. So what better partnership than the partnership that happened the whole weekend? So that's fantastic.
And that's the thing too, is like we could be like, oh no, we're trying to do it for our show and that's what we care about. And they could be like, oh no, we got the good video and sorry and stuff. But it was their idea because they even said it. We want to give it back to the community. And we're like, that's exactly right. Because we don't care about that stuff. What we care about is you guys. We care about the community because we're part of the community. We care about ourselves. Oh, wait. Yeah. That's right.
You're so ridiculous.
I care about me.
Well, I don't know about you.
I want
don't
the
want
video.
to take a lot of people's time.
I want the video.
I don't know about you.
What else we have all this stuff.
We do? What do we got?
Oh, shoot. I thought you had it. I thought we had a big list. We done it? We did it all?
We're done. Our whole list is done.
Woo!
My side of the list. Do you have a list?
I don't know. I'm just so used to talking for hours and hours and hours. I didn't think I was done.
No, yet. we want to jump on. I want to go see. Mike is going live tonight. I want to be sure to watch. I want to watch about all the different little hunts that are out there too. Because what better way to be a professional treasure hunter than to find one of the smaller hunts? And apparently, there's like 7 or 8 of them out there.
Oh, that actually brings me up to a point earlier. Just really quick, we'll be super fast. People go, oh, why do you support Calivor or talk about Calazars and you talk about all these other people? And why do you talk? First of all, anytime that the community grows, we all grow. Right. And so, and a bigger community means more treasure hunts, more people interested in doing it. If we become huge, there's more Netflix shows. If we, it's more fun for all of us. Why do we support people? Because you could be subscribed to us. You could be subscribed to them. And then you could be subscribed to Froggy. You could be subscribed to Mysterious Writing. You could be subscribed to all these other channels that are just starting up. And you should. You 100% should. We a lot of times post the link to them, and you're going to get more information than you could ever want. Well, no, that you always want.
Well, and Froggy's got gear now too. For those of you who like merch, he's got
some
gear.
Merch. Gotta get some merch. Froggy merch.
So you gotta jump in and go gotta have Froggy merch.
See, you said we had nothing else. Look at me
pulling out more stuff. Froggy, I never mean to leave you out, friend. I think
no, I didn't mean like
first
that.
Interview, buddy.
He was, and he was so gracious. We actually used old software
twice.
I know, and it crashed. It ruined, and we were like, "Hey, you know that interview you just did that was amazing? Can you do that again?"
And he was like, "Of course, I'm a nice guy." Because that's who most of these. Listen, there's always going to be.
He had FOMO though. He was in chat going, "Why am I not there?" And we're like, "Why are you not here?" That's a good question.
How could he not be there? He was a missing link, just like Mike. I understand why Mike didn't come, but missing link. Oh,
yes,
it was such a good time. Okay, so we're gonna jump off of here. We're gonna go watch Calazar's live tonight to hear about all of the other treasure hunting coming down. If you want a bookmark, you're going to email us. If you want a t-shirt, you're going to email us. If you sent us a super chat or bought us a drink, thank you. Cousin Lori, you're the bomb. We love you.
I love her.
Be our friend. Love her. Always outside of Justin Posey. We like Justin Posey too.
Yeah,
be our friend.
We love that.
Or
yes.
Cousin Lori. We're related now. I'm your cousin too, remember?
So, I think that makes me some type of, I'm like a third cousin or something like that at that rate.
I would say the bastard cousin nobody talks about.
That's probably true. Yeah.
He's a black sheep. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll see you guys tomorrow for our live at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I almost said Eastern Pacific Standard Time. Until then, have a great time, guys.
Bye.
Treasure hunt with us, we gon' light it up. There's treasure inside, yeah, we rising up. If you're gonna treasure hunt, why not treasure hunt with us? We the ones, we the truth.